Yo, Big Kish back up in here. How Drake and the Hennessy Man just became rap's biggest vultures for what they just did. I wonder what that is. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. He about to break it down for us. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Now, when it comes to Drake, Akademiks, and all the weirdos we are unfortunately seeing more and more of every day, as Kendrick Lamar has started a new era in hip-hop where...
Y'all stay tuned. There's some new proof. There's some new proof circulating around the internet. Proof that Drake has more reference tracks. We gonna get to that. Y'all stay tuned.
Everything in rap has been shifting back to the place that it should have always been, as a result of one side of the people and artists moving away from the worst parts of the culture entirely. That other side of hip-hop that has been responsible for creating so many problems is standing further and further away from rap's core principles, and with this, it hasn't just been easier to spot who is on the wrong side.
And I think they doing damage control by letting NBA Youngboy out. They see the influence that he got. They like, nah, Kendrick making everybody positive. We got to turn everybody back negative again. Yeah,
the genre, but also these guys are now linking up together and helping one another out to make sure that as hip-hop is shifting back to the place it should have been,
they doing the same thing. Kendrick making everything positive. We got to turn this back negative.
Which of course really means that they shouldn't have a place in it, that they can still hold on to their careers. And so with this, and Drake and Akademiks specifically, as they are trying to make this new side in hip-hop that over everything else is going to stand for the mindless cloud-chasing culture that Drake has defined more than any other rapper has, Akademiks and Drake have continued to secure stronger and stronger bonds with some of the most despised people in hip-hop and beyond the music world entirely. And with all of this, while even the most annoying vultures and cloud chasers will not be able to stop the shift that is going down in hip-hop, everything is about to get a lot more annoying as...
Man, you don't mess with nobody that's dancing in the hotel room by themselves, bro. If these walls could talk, you don't mess with nobody. Look, he by themselves? Man, yo, you don't fuck with nobody like that, boy.
Cloud chasers will not be able to stop the shift that is going down in hip-hop. Everything is about to get a lot more annoying as rap is in such a pivotal time. And now before we go any further into this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And with all of the chaos that the other side of hip-hop is trying to bring currently, it really has never been more important to leave that like. And so now with that said, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to Drake, before we can get into what his role in all of this even is, we can't even get into what he has planned and how it's all advancing without talking about none other than DJ Akademiks. And with Big Ak, surprisingly or unsurprisingly, if you have been following how desperate this guy is to help Drake out in any way possible, he is really the glue to this entire movement that is going down. And this
Hey, he was hype on that Vultures United, wasn't he? Yeah, he was hype. He like, okay, yeah, we gonna bring Drake back. He got the Kanye interview. They just know they about to bring Drake back. They just know they're about to bring Drake back.
Entire strategy and plan that is going to try to dispel not just Kendrick Lamar, but everything he stands for at this point, which means hip-hop as an art form, because currently with Ak, he has not just been sitting in that same old chair and annoying everybody within the same old manner that he always does, but instead, Ak has pretty much been running around and doing side quests to both make sure that his own platform stays at the top of whatever strange things he is trying to represent after losing a lot even on his side of things after doing some very weird things that were caught, but also with this end again, this isn't just speculation anymore because Drake's DMs leaking with Ak's top guy in terms of who runs his stuff have now confirmed that the two are on the same page about how they portray Drake and what he is doing and how they portray Kendrick and everyone they don't like. And with this, Ak is seemingly going around and is on a run right
now. I think they gonna get Drake a hit. I think Kanye gonna get Drake a hit. They gonna put whatever they resources together and push him as much as they could. He gonna have a little mini wave, and Dot gonna just step on it. Yeah, I think he just gonna step on it. You gotta say it like that. He ain't gonna step on it, he gonna step on it. Yeah.
Right now, where he is linking up with the most annoying and desperate clout chasers you possibly could. and is pretty much doing PR for Drake and putting pieces on the board that are at the very least gonna support his and Drake's ideals and not Kendrick Lamar and that other side of hip-hop that they are scared of so much. And I mean, with Ak, this started with some of the most ridiculous moments that we have ever seen, and that really just put into perspective what this entire side of hip-hop is really about. And of course, we all saw this when Ak was sitting on the boat with a bunch of women, and for some reason, they gave him the speaker and he started playing SSS for You, and instead of doing literally anything else, Ak decided to pull out his phone, record what he is doing, and started rambling about Kendrick Lamar and how his music would never do this. And honestly, with something like this, it's actually so embarrassing that you can't even take it seriously. But from this moment, which really just showed what the current state of Drake's career looks like. From there, Ak and his goals to help Drake pull off this comeback have continued, and they are getting out of control at this point. And now, while Ak has already made Ye a part of this little group and he is all but officially on Team Drake compared to how much he despises Kendrick and the rappers around him, even like Playboi Carti, Tyler the Creator, and really just the entire rap game at this point. And again, when this interview between Ak and Ye ends up actually dropping, we are going to see this more than we ever have. Because of course, as we have said, knowing the type of person Ak is, he is going to take Ye's angry posts and is going to connect them to this bigger message that they are trying to push against Kendrick.
He gonna clip it up. He gonna act like it's the best. He gonna do some heavy promoting. Ye might do some crazy. Ye gonna mess around and do something out of this world on an interview. He gonna come with a mask on, all that little hot leather he be wearing. He gonna do something crazy, and then it's gonna be a little moment, and then it's gonna die down. That's what's gonna happen.
Beyond just having the support of Ye, Ak has continued his little press tour to keep this side of people who are in hip-hop but don't actually like rap music and just want to use the genre for their own benefit going. As he was at the center of one of the worst link-ups we have ever seen. As with Ak, DJ Vlad, and Adam 22 in the same room alone, and that's not even all of them. Just from the optics of this all, you don't need to look any further, but you can see the shift happening in hip-hop right before us, as we are seeing hip-hop split between the two people who look at the genre in completely different ways, and who want to get two completely different things out of it. And now the important thing to recognize in this time is that while Ak or Drake for that matter are not literally getting all of these people to join up with what they are doing and just push Drake no matter what, because with someone like Adam 22, for example, I guess he was even right once in his career, as he did say an album like GNX was great while he was underwhelmed by SSS for You. Beyond specific takes or messages, just with a link up like this. In this time where Ak is one of the most talked about people in hip hop for all the awful things he does, and he can't escape Drake because the two have been exposed for literally making plans about how to present what they want to say together. Just like on the other side of hip-hop, with Kendrick Lamar joining up with someone like Playboi Carti or Tyler the Creator rapping over Kendrick's beat on a remix, where the goal with all of that stuff, the Super Bowl, and so much else is to show the realignment of hip-hop culture as it always should have been, right for all of us to witness. What we are seeing with a link-up like this is the antithesis of that, because for all of these guys, no matter what their specific opinions on an album may be, they all represent the side of hip-hop that does not want to engage with the actual art beyond the most superficial level. And they only even like and cover rap music for all of the worst reasons possible. And I mean, you see the picture, I don't have to go much further into that because we all know how all of these guys have come up. But again, by bringing together all of these...
I really think they're going to get a new breed of ninjas to come up there from the hood. Whack 100 is going to recruit them, going to bring them up there so they all could tell on themselves. Just like Brick Baby and Loose Cannon. They're going to find another breed, a whole new, they're going to go to the hood, see who's beefing. Okay, y'all beefing with them? Okay, all right. Come express it on the Adam 22 show. And they already seen they people go up there. They like, oh, Adam 22 is popular out there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to go on the Adam 22 show out there. Yeah. We want to air that neighborhood out. That neighborhood want to air us out. Okay, y'all going to express it on the Adam 22. I'm telling y'all, that ain't nothing but an interrogation room. And it's like they gonna it's like a therapy session. We're gonna set the tone. It's gonna be a therapy session. They don't know how to answer questions. They don't know how to spin questions. They gonna answer everything straight up and tell on themselves.
Fans, which from Drake's fans to all of these guys to even what's left of Ye's, this is what you are getting. Altogether, what we are seeing now is this loud group of angry people who don't actually like rap music and want it to succeed just form together with the theories and points that someone like Ak has been throwing out there. And Ak knows exactly what he is doing in terms of getting all of these fans who are just mad at everything to give them some sort of support when it comes to discrediting hip-hop at every corner they can and believing that Drake was an artist who was wronged by the industry that they are trying to go up against. And while this is horrible that these people can even represent hip-hop the way they do, and they do have direct influence and ties to some of the biggest rappers out,
I just don't see what Kanye West's motives are. From being the positive speaker that he was, from doing that poetry when he was doing the stand-up and all of that, till now it's like you want to link up with Drake and Ak? What are your motives? The only thing I could think of is that he's genuinely jealous of Kendrick. Genuinely, like he got a real jealousy there.
In a way, seeing this split be so clear probably will do better for the genre in the long run than anything else, but in the meantime of all of that, from Ak to Drake to all of these other guys, they are about to make it so annoying to be someone who just wants to listen to good music, because anytime now an actual artist is successful without a gimmick, like Doechii for example, or even with what Playboi Carti just did, these fans and personalities can't admit that people are resonating with music that isn't cloud chasing, and anytime an artist is getting successful, like with Doechii for example, they say it's not real or that this is all in place to take down Drake by the industry, and while this is already so annoying as we see it, there is no other way to put it. It is only going to get a lot worse, as just as Ak is doing things like we are seeing now, this is getting so...
Yeah, they just instigating and antagonizing the situation, and I'm telling you, they're going to have a small wave. Probably this year, they probably going to have I think Kanye going to put one of them crazy beats behind Drake or something like that. Ak going to use his platform to push it out. It's going to be a small wave. Small, very little small. It's gonna look like they gaining some traction. And Doc gonna step on it. Watch. He ain't gonna step on it, he gonna step on it. Watch. Bam! it's gonna come and go just like that. Watch. I see what they doing. But let's get to this next video, y'all. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to this. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. Yeah. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.